My fellow seekers of hidden truths, stop scrolling right now. Because what you're about to discover isn't just a video, it's a key to a vault they never wanted you to open. Imagine, deep within your own brain, a tiny, unassuming organ no bigger than a pea. Scientists call it the pineal gland, and for centuries they've dismissed it as a mere biological clock, a simple gland that regulates your sleep. But what if that's a deliberate lie? What if this minuscule speck of matter is, in reality, a celestial antenna, a portal to dimensions you never dreamed existed? And its true power has been systematically veiled from humanity for thousands of years. Prepare yourself, because once you see this, there's no going back. For too long, we've been fed convenient fictions, half-truths designed to keep us tethered to the mundane, blissfully unaware of the extraordinary capacities lying dormant within. They want us to believe the pineal gland is nothing more than an endocrine system component, a biological switchboard. Yet, the ancients, the true mystics, the master builders of lost civilizations, they knew better. They whispered of a third eye, not a metaphor, but a literal conduit to the divine, a window to other dimensions capable of perceiving realities far beyond the grasp of our everyday senses. Tonight, we don't just talk about it, we peel back the layers of scientific dogma and societal conditioning. We'll transcend the sterile diagrams and the convenient explanations. We will rip apart the audacious claim that this tiny gland is just a biological curiosity, to reveal it as the very seat of your spiritual consciousness, the instrument through which you can access profound intuition, unlock latent psychic abilities, and achieve direct communion with the universal mind itself. Prepare to have your perception shattered, your understanding of reality vastly expanded, and your inner world illuminated. For in the shadows of what you thought you knew lies the radiant truth of your own forgotten power. This is the story they never wanted you to hear. This is the story of the pineal gland. So let us cast our minds back through the passage of time to an era when this knowledge was not hidden, but revered. For the secret of the pineal gland is not a modern discovery. It is an ancient wisdom, encoded in the very fabric of forgotten civilizations, whispered by mystics and deliberately erased by those who sought to control. From the sun-drenched sands of ancient Egypt, the echoes of this profound understanding resonate. Gaze upon the iconic Eye of Horus, a symbol of protection, royal power, and good health. But look closer. Its intricate design, when superimposed upon a cross-section of the human brain, remarkably aligns with the thalamus, the brainstem, and, unmistakably, the precise anatomical location of the pineal gland. Was this merely a coincidence? Or did the priests of pharaohs, architects of monumental pyramids, and guardians of sacred knowledge, possess an anatomical and spiritual insight that modern science is only now beginning to grasp? They understood the Eye of Horus as the eye of inner vision, the portal to Osiris's realm, and the key to divine perception, a direct parallel to the pineal gland's true function. Journey eastward to the snow-capped peaks and spiritual valleys of ancient India and Tibet. Here the concept of the third eye blossoms with unparalleled clarity. It is the Ajna Chakra, situated precisely between the eyebrows, recognized as the center of intuition, psychic abilities, and higher consciousness in both Hinduism and Buddhism. For millennia, yogis and meditators have practiced intricate techniques designed to awaken and activate this energy center, believing it to be the direct conduit to enlightenment, a gateway to universal awareness. They understood that mere physical sight was a limited perception. True vision lay within, activated by a vibrant, awakened pineal. This was not philosophy, it was a practical roadmap to transcendence. Then the narrative takes a curious turn, leading us to the Western world and to the brilliant mind of René Descartes. This 17th century French philosopher, mathematician, and scientist famously declared the pineal gland to be the principal seat of the soul. He believed it was the unique point in the body where the immaterial mind interacted with the material body, acting as a bridge between the physical and the non-physical realms. While his anatomical understanding was limited by the science of his time, his profound intuition pointed directly to this tiny gland as the nexus of consciousness. How did this intellectual giant, a pioneer of rational thought, arrive at such a mystical conclusion without the benefit of ancient texts? Was it a universal truth, resonating across time and culture? Yet, despite this widespread ancient recognition and Descartes' singular insight, the knowledge of the pineal gland's true spiritual significance gradually faded from mainstream understanding. Why? Perhaps because an awakened humanity, connected to its intuition and directly plugged into universal consciousness, would be profoundly difficult to control. A society of individuals who could see beyond the veil, who could discern truth from deception without external authority, would pose a fundamental threat to systems built on manipulation and dogma. The calcification of the pineal gland, both physically and metaphorically, became an insidious tool of suppression, ensuring that this most powerful organ would remain dormant, its extraordinary capabilities forgotten, its wisdom silenced. They didn't just obscure the knowledge, they aimed to disable the very instrument of perception. Now, let us turn the gaze inward beyond the veil of ancient lore to the very substance and function of the pineal gland itself. Science, in its modern iteration, acknowledges this tiny, pea-sized organ nestled deep within the brain as primarily responsible for the production of melatonin. This hormone, they tell us, regulates our sleep cycles, our circadian rhythms, the body's internal clock, attuned to the ebb and flow of light and darkness. And indeed, it performs this function flawlessly. But is that truly the full extent of its power? Is the pineal gland merely a biological timer, or does its rhythm orchestrate something far more profound? Consider this. Our sleep is not merely a period of unconsciousness. It is often a realm of vivid dreams, of altered states of awareness, of journeys into landscapes that defy the logic of our waking world. What if the pineal gland, through its rhythmic release of melatonin, is not just inducing sleep, but actively modulating our consciousness, preparing us to perceive these other realities? What if the veil between worlds thins during slumber, precisely because this gland is activating, readying you for experiences your waking mind cannot yet comprehend? This is where the mundane explanation gives way to the truly magnificent. But the plot thickens. Beyond melatonin, Whispers from the fringes of scientific inquiry and deep within spiritual traditions speak of another, far more enigmatic compound associated with the pineal gland, dimethyltryptamine, or DMT, often referred to as the spirit molecule. DMT is a powerful psychedelic found naturally in countless plants and animals, and most intriguingly, it is proposed to be endogenously produced by the human pineal gland. While mainstream science is cautious, awaiting more definitive proof of its consistent human endogenous production, the anecdotal evidence from those who experience its effects, whether through ancient plant medicine rituals or profound meditative states, paints a consistent and astonishing picture. Hyper-real visions, encounters with otherworldly entities, profound spiritual insights, and direct communion with what many describe as the very fabric of creation itself. Imagine the entire universe downloaded into your consciousness in a matter of moments, a direct connection to the infinite. Could it be that this tiny gland, through the precise orchestration of melatonin and potentially DMT, acts as a chemical key, unlocking perception beyond the ordinary? Imagine your brain as a radio receiver. Our five senses are finely tuned to a very specific, limited frequency, the material world we interact with daily. But what if the pineal gland is the master dial tuner, capable of shifting your consciousness to perceive higher frequencies, other dimensions, realities that are always present, but simply beyond our default sensory range? This is not mere speculation. It is the logical extension of its proposed biological and energetic properties, a concept echoed in every ancient teaching of inner vision. And yet, for many, this magnificent portal remains dormant, calcified over time. The modern world, with its incessant demands and pervasive environmental factors, plays a significant, almost sinister role in this. Fluoride in our water, ubiquitous processed foods laden with artificial additives, constant exposure to electromagnetic frequencies, EMFs, from our devices, chronic stress, and a profound disconnect from natural light cycles, all contribute to the physical hardening of this delicate gland. It is a slow, insidious dimming of the inner light, a gradual sealing of the third eye, rendering us less attuned to intuition, less receptive to spiritual guidance, and more reliant on external stimuli and the narratives provided by others. They didn't just hide the truth. They ensured that the very organ capable of perceiving it became a biological relic, a calcified echo of its former glory. But understanding this is the first crucial step towards its reawakening. The journey has just begun. We've established the pineal gland's potential as a portal, a tuner of consciousness. But how does this translate to the inner experience? What exactly is happening when this third eye awakens, and what realities might it allow us to perceive? The answer, as both ancient mystics and cutting-edge quantum physicists suggest, lies in understanding the nature of reality itself. Imagine for a moment that the world you perceive around you, the solid objects, the distinct boundaries, the linear flow of time is not the ultimate reality, but rather a carefully constructed illusion, a holographic projection generated by your own consciousness. This isn't a New Age fantasy. It's a concept echoed in the ancient Vedic texts describing Maya, the illusion of the material world, and increasingly supported by modern scientific theories, suggesting that reality is fundamentally information, a field of interconnected energy that our minds interpret and shape. If this is true, then the pineal gland, far from being a mere hormone factory, is the very projector of this reality, the lens through which consciousness focuses and manifests the world around us. When it is dormant, calcified, or functioning at a limited capacity, our perception remains confined to the narrow band of the material world, the default setting of our consciousness. But when it is activated, decalcified, and functioning in its full, radiant potential, the pineal gland allows us to perceive beyond these limitations, to access other layers of the holographic projection, other dimensions of existence that are always present, but normally invisible to our limited senses. This is why the experiences associated with the fully activated pineal gland, whether through deep meditation, ancient plant medicine ceremonies, or even near-death experiences, are so consistently described as hyper-real. They are not hallucinations. They are glimpses behind the veil, perceptions of the underlying informational structure of reality, unfiltered by the limitations of our ordinary consciousness. The entities encountered, the otherworldly landscapes, the profound insights, these are not external to us. They are manifestations of the infinite potential of consciousness itself, revealed when the projector is functioning at its full capacity. Think of it this way: your brain, in its ordinary state, is like a computer running a specific program, creating the illusion of a solid, separate reality. But the pineal gland is the key to accessing the operating system, the underlying code that generates the program. It allows you to not just experience the illusion, but to understand its nature, to manipulate its parameters, and even to create new realities within it. This is the source of the profound psychic abilities, the enhanced intuition, and the direct communion with universal consciousness that are consistently associated with a fully awakened third eye. It is not about gaining new powers. It is about remembering the power you always possessed, the inherent capacity of consciousness to shape its own reality. The journey inward, the activation of the pineal gland, is not a quest for external knowledge. It is a process of self-discovery, a remembering of your own divine nature. It is a journey into the heart of consciousness itself, a revelation that the world you perceive is not something separate from you, but an extension of your own being. And in that understanding lies the ultimate freedom, the power to transcend the limitations of the material world and to consciously create the reality you desire. This is the truth they never wanted you to know, the power they sought to suppress. But the time for its reawakening is now. We have journeyed through history and plunged into the hidden depths of consciousness, revealing the pineal gland not as a mere biological organ, but as a suppressed spiritual powerhouse. Now, the critical question arises: how do we reclaim this innate power? How do we decalcify this sacred portal and awaken the dormant third eye within ourselves? This isn't just about abstract knowledge, it's about tangible transformation, a blueprint for reclaiming your divine birthright. We have journeyed through history and plunged into the hidden depths of consciousness, revealing the pineal gland not as a mere biological organ, but as a suppressed spiritual powerhouse. Now, the critical question arises: how do we reclaim this innate power? How do we decalcify this sacred portal and awaken the dormant third eye within ourselves? This isn't just about abstract knowledge, it's about tangible transformation, a blueprint for reclaiming your divine birthright. Highly processed foods laden with artificial additives, pesticides, and excessive calcium from industrial dairy also contribute to this energetic hardening. Embrace a diet rich in organic, nutrient-dense fruits, vegetables, and spring water foods brimming with life force that resonate with activation, not stagnation. Think of it as feeding your inner light rather than dimming it. Next, consider the pervasive energetic pollution that surrounds us. Electromagnetic frequencies, EMFs, emitted from Wi-Fi routers, cell phones, and countless devices bombard our energetic field, creating a dissonant hum that can interfere with the pineal gland's delicate vibrational signature. Create sanctuaries of low EMF zones in your home, especially where you sleep. Disconnect from Wi-Fi at night, turn off unnecessary electronics, and embrace natural light sources. Your internal antenna needs clear air to receive divine transmissions. But decalcification is only half the battle. True awakening requires conscious activation. One of the most direct and ancient methods is safe sun gazing. In the early morning or late evening, as the sun's rays are gentle, allow the light to touch your pineal gland through your closed eyelids. This ancient practice, revered by civilizations across the globe, is believed to directly stimulate the gland, awakening its dormant photoreceptors and initiating a cascade of energetic shifts. Complement this with periods of absolute darkness, particularly during sleep, to optimize melatonin production, which is crucial for deep meditative states and heightened inner vision. Beyond light, the power of vibration and intention is paramount. Engage in regular meditation and breath work. Simple deep breathing exercises focused on drawing energy into the center of your head can create a subtle pressure and energetic flow around the pineal gland. Incorporate sound frequencies, whether it's chanting sacred mantras like Om, using binaural beats specifically tuned to meditative states, or simply humming. These vibrations resonate with the pineal gland, helping to break down energetic blockages and restore its natural frequency. However, the journey to pineal activation is not a quick fix or a magic pill. It demands patience, persistence, and unwavering intention. The most common pitfall is expecting instant, dramatic results. This is a gradual awakening, a rewiring of your entire energetic system. Doubt, skepticism, and inconsistency are the calcifying agents of the spirit. Cultivate belief. Visualize your pineal gland glowing with radiant golden light, and approach each practice with reverence and certainty in your inherent capacity for higher perception. The transformation extends far beyond just seeing things differently. An activated pineal gland elevates your entire being. Your intuition sharpens dramatically, guiding your decisions with an uncanny accuracy. Your creativity flows unimpeded. Your spiritual connection becomes palpable, moving from abstract belief to direct, undeniable experience. You will find yourself more empathetic, more connected to the rhythms of nature, and possessing a profound sense of inner peace amidst external chaos. This is not just a biological shift, it is a spiritual revolution waiting to unfold within you. We embarked on a journey tonight, peeling back the layers of deception and rediscovering an ancient truth buried deep within ourselves. We unearthed the pineal gland, not as a mere biological curiosity, but as the celestial antenna, the spiritual gateway, the very seat of consciousness that civilizations once revered and modern systems sought to obscure. From the enigmatic Eye of Horus in ancient Egypt to the Ajna Chakra of yogic traditions, and even to Descartes' profound intuition, the whisper of the third eye has echoed across millennia. We explored its crucial role in orchestrating melatonin, modulating our perception, and its potential to produce DMT, the spirit molecule that offers glimpses behind the veil of ordinary reality. We uncovered the insidious modern factors, fluoride, EMFs, processed foods, that have subtly calcified this sacred organ, dimming our inner light and severing our intuitive connection to the universe. But most importantly, we armed ourselves with the practical wisdom to reclaim this power. Through purification of body and environment, through ancient practices of sun gazing, darkness meditation, breath work, and the resonant power of sound. This isn't just about unlocking a psychic ability, it's about reigniting your inherent capacity for profound intuition, boundless creativity, and a direct, undeniable communion with the universal mind. The truth about the pineal gland is not just a fascinating story, it is an empowering call to action. It is a reminder that the most profound secrets, the most incredible technologies, lie not in external advancements, but within the untouched potential of your own being. They wanted you to forget, to remain tethered to a limited reality, but the knowledge is now laid bare. The path to awakening your third eye is a personal one, a sacred journey of self-discovery that promises nothing less than a complete transformation of your perception, your reality, and your place within the cosmos. So I ask you now, fellow seeker, will you answer the call of your inner wisdom? Will you choose to decalcify, to awaken, to see beyond the veil? The power is within you. The choice, as always, is yours. If this revelation has resonated with your soul, if you feel the stirrings of that inner knowing, then engage with this message. Share it with those who are ready to see. And remember to subscribe to our channel, for this journey into ancient wisdom and practical spirituality has only just begun. The universe awaits your awakened gaze.